and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Mahya, I'm from Iran. I can speak in 9 different languages, and on my YouTube channel and Instagram account, I share everything about language and language learning. Right after I tell someone that I can speak in 9 different languages, the first question that they always ask me is, how don't you mix up all those languages? So here I am today with you to share my top 3 secrets. Let's get into it. First of all, I need to tell you guys that it's totally, absolutely fine to mix up different languages. You are speaking more than one language, so it's totally normal to mix up some words or the grammar. So never blame yourself for that because it's normal, it happens to everyone. It happened to me several times. It was the hardest part of my language learning journey. I had to give up on studying French when I started to learn Spanish. I had to give up on Spanish when I wanted to study Italian. I had many different challenges and it was super hard for me. But after these 10 years of being a professional language learner, polyglot, and language coach and language teacher, I came up with these 3 methods. And I have to say that thanks to these 3 methods, right now I can fuse these 9 languages less than before. Everyone thinks that first of all they should learn a language to the fullest, like get their C1 or B2 and then start a second language. Well, that can be good if that's what you want. But for me and some other language lovers, we want to learn all these languages at the same time and to be a polyglot as soon as possible. So for us, it's super hard to wait for our baby language to grow up to learn another language. I always call my languages my babies. I'm now raising 9 babies, so it was always like so hard for me to wait till my English get good enough so that I can, I don't know, learn French or wait for my French to get to C1 level to start another language. I was always so, I don't know, like I was always in a rush. I have to learn all these languages by the age of 20. I need to be a polyglot. So it all depends on you. If you're in a rush to be a polyglot, it's totally fine to learn different languages at the same time. The only reason why I don't like the idea of getting professional in one language in order to start the other is the fact that when are we going to be professional in that language? We never know. It might take us 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. You know, I could not, you can never predict. So I have some students or like there are people who I'm coaching and they're like, yeah, we will wait for our English to get professional and then we will start our second language. I always tell them that you will never be professional in English. You will never be satisfied with your English level. You will never be able to say that I'm fully mastered English, I have nothing else to learn, I'm done. You can never be done with a language. Most language learners, they're like, once I got done with this language, I'm gonna learn the other language. You will never get done with that language. Like right now I have C1 in English, I have C2 in Arabic. I never feel like I'm done with them. Or I have C1 in Chinese, I still feel like, no, I'm still a student. I have to study every single day. And I always tell people that I'm not 100% fluent in all these languages. No, I'm still a student, I'm still learning. I don't care if I have C1 certificate or C2 certificate because language is like a big ocean. I don't even think that in my lifetime I'll be able to master all these languages. So you will always be a student, you'll always be the one learning. So if you wait for yourself to master this language and then go for the other, probably you will never feel that level of satisfaction with that language to start the other. That's why I do not recommend that you wait for one language to be perfect in order to start the second one. But I do not recommend either to start 2 languages from 0 at the same time together. So this takes us to my first secret, and that's never start 2 languages together from 0. So what I suggest is to get to an intermediate level, like B1 in your first language, first foreign language. By first language, I mean first foreign language. Keep that in mind. It's better to get into an intermediate level, B1, in your first, second language, and then start your second foreign language. But if you're in a rush, like me, and you want to learn 2 languages at the same time, keep in mind that those languages should not share the same root or be from the same language family. For example, avoid studying Romance languages together from 0. For example, Italian, French, Spanish, Romanian. If you study these languages at the same time from 0, you're gonna go through many, many challenges. My second solution is my all-time favorite, and that's something that I came up with and nobody probably has ever told you guys about it. So, have you ever noticed that when you speak in your second or in your third language, your personality or the way you speak or the way you act changes as well? Have you ever noticed that? Or if you have polyglot friends, have you ever noticed that their voice, their attitude, their hand gesture, their facial expression changes when they speak different languages? Have you ever noticed that? I have this theory that you become the language that you speak. Have you ever noticed that those people who study Korean, maybe they're European looking or Middle Eastern looking, but the moment they start learning Korean and the moment they become fluent in it, they look like Koreans. Have you ever noticed that? Like, look at these people. They're from Iran, but they look so Korean to me. Like, these girls, some of them are even my friends. I asked them to let me use their pictures. Every time I look at them, I'm like, how are you even Iranian? You guys look so Korean. And even for me, I look Arab. Why do I look Arab? Have you ever wondered that? Because you guys keep asking me, are you Arab? You look Iraqi, you look to be like from North Africa, or you look Iraqi, you don't look Iranian. Have you ever wondered why I don't look Iranian? That's because of this theory. I truly believe that we become the language that we speak. And for polyglots, they become the language that they like the most or they are more fluent in. Because we not only learn the language, we also learn the culture. And when I was 14, one day I was like, you know what? I love Arabic. I love the Arabic culture. I love Arabs. So this is going to be my personality for the rest of my life. So that's how I officially became an Arab. We learned that we can become the language that we speak. And by becoming the language that we speak, we avoid confusion. So, this is how it works. You need to develop a personality in each of the languages that you speak. I speak 9 languages. I have 9 different personalities, I swear. And this is so funny. When I speak Arabic, I feel like I'm an Arab girl from Iraq that has this kind of hijab style, that is kind. Like, my Arabic personality is my best personality. I'm so kind, I'm so generous, I'm so nice. Or my Chinese personality is so cute. I'm always like, shy. What I recently noticed is that my hand gestures totally changed based on the language that I speak. When I speak Arabic, I'm always like this, using a lot of hand gesture. When I speak Chinese, I'm more like cute, like always doing like stuff like this. Like there is something that I recently figured out about myself is that when I laugh in Chinese, I cover my mouth. I'm always like
好的，
好的什么意思？
你会中文？
But when I laugh in other languages, I'm like ha ha ha, like opening my mouth to the fullest and laughing.
Je vis en Belgique.
Ah,
J'ai 27 ans.
oui.
You see, like I I laugh normally right now, but when I'm with Chinese people, when I'm speaking in Chinese, I become more cute and more shy. And I was like, they're covering my mouth, like, ha ha ha. And it just comes naturally. And I don't even try to be cute. It just comes with it. It's just because it's just because I have a personality in that language. Now let's learn how we can develop a personality in a new language. The personality thing happens to you only when you have at least B1 in that language. For example, my Russian is still in a beginner level, so I don't have a personality in Russian, unfortunately. I speak with Persian accent when I speak Russian. I don't really act Russian or nothing. It's just normal, you know. What you have to do is to reach at least B1, and another thing that you have to do is to learn the culture along with the language. When you know the culture, you know how to use your hands when you speak in that language. You know which facial expressions to have. You know how to act. So all those things help you to have a personality. And once I decide that I want to speak in Arabic, I just transform my personality to my Arab personality, and I become the Arabic version of myself, and I don't mix it up with Persian. And the moment I decide that, okay, now I have to speak French because my French friend is here, I do like, woohoo, now I'm my French self. Here are some tips on how to develop a new personality for each of your languages. For example, in Persian, if let's say my ankle hits the wall, I would say like you know. In English, when my ankle hits the wall, I say ouch, right? That's what we say. Developing a new personality means becoming a new person. Now we are speaking in English, right? If my ankle hits the wall, I would say ouch. I wouldn't say because I'm focused that now I'm the English version of myself. So it's not it's ouch. Because in each language they have their own sounds, you know. Not everyone express their pain with Another thing is hand gesture. But you have to keep in mind that hand gestures have different meanings in different languages. Sometimes they even have bad meanings. So for example, this. In some cultures it means good. That's amazing, it was good. In some cultures it means wait. In some cultures, like Arabic culture, it means I will show you. Wallahi awarjik. هتشوف. My last trick, in case those two tricks didn't work, is nothing but learning about the characteristic of that language. You have to learn the working of each language. Let's see some examples.
For example, if you mix up the Romance languages, you have to go deep into the root of this language. For example, the word function in English is função in Portuguese and función in Spanish. What we can learn here is that shen in English is são in Portuguese and thion in Spanish. By knowing these small grammar points in the languages that you speak, you can avoid confusion.
Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you guys learned something useful from it, and let me know in the comments down below if you have other methods for not mixing up different languages. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and to subscribe to my different social media platforms. Love you so much, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.